Guys, here with a new video for the channel. I hope you like it, and if you like it, don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment, and subscribe. Now without further ado, get comfortable. Let's begin. At the end of the demonstration of the Tournament of Power between the Universe 7 and Universe 9, the Warriors of Beerus have been made with victory. However, all the gods have been fixed in the Universe 7, especially in the warrior Son Goku, which had an incredible power that even competed with the god of destruction, Daishinken. At that moment would explain the rules of the Tournament of Power, leaving all the gods surprised to know that if they lost, they would be eliminated along with their universes. Even Beerus would have a little grudge to Goku, however he was not able to say anything because he would not stay without his best warrior. Because of this damn monkey, we risk being eliminated. I swear that if we come out alive from the tournament that the great Zeno-sama will organize, I'll finish with all the Saiyans. Meanwhile, on planet Earth, Beerus was together with all the other Z warriors to form the ideal team to win the victory of Universe 7. When the time established by Daishinken-sama passed, all the warriors were ready. The Tournament of Power would continue normally until Goku activated the Ultra Instinct. That's right, this had left all the other gods surprised, which were not able to access such a state that miserable Goku had been able to reach the Ultra Instinct. I have to banish him if I can't allow him to become more powerful. The moment Goku even mastered the Ultra Instinct, all the other gods had no doubt. That's right, they had decided to end the life of Son Goku so that he wouldn't be a threat in the future causing problems. Mr. Goku's power is incredible, but I'm not convinced. His power brings back very bad memories for me. To the rebel Saiyan Yamoshi. Meanwhile, with Goku mastering all the Ultra Instinct, he increased his power to the maximum, being able to give a great battle to Jiren, and with the help of Frieza, they were able to defeat him and win the victory. The Android 17 had also asked to revive all the other universes, however, all the gods had taken it to offense. You wretches, do you think that we need you? I swear I'll make you pay for this with blood. Meanwhile, on the planet of Beerus, Whis was very serious as he watched his god in deep thought, and this was not good for the Z Warriors. Mr. Beerus, do you really want to betray Son Goku? Thanks to him, we have all survived. But still, if it hasn't been for him, none of this would have happened. He brings misfortune every place he goes. Mr. Beerus, there is a call from the Destroyer God of Universe 11. What do you want, Vermouth? Do you want to thank that you came back to life? Beerus, I know you for millions of years. You and I are the first gods, and we're also the most powerful. I know you're not happy with that saying. Of course we can. Since no other god has been thought to have been eliminated, and at the request of one of your warriors, we've been revived. You know that this is humiliating. You're right, Vermouth. Well, there's nothing we can do, since the king of everything is the best friend of that miserable Saiyan. There is something that I have to tell you, Beerus, but nobody's supposed to know about it. If it's confidential matter, you better come to my planet, since it seems to be something very serious. Vermouth, along with his angel Daisy, would quickly head to the universe of 7 Beerus. Meanwhile, on planet Earth, Broly had been a part of the Z Warriors. To defeat him, they were helping him to control every part of his power. You don't have to let anger take you over. Control all that anger. Let it flow so that your power continues to grow. It's very easy to say, but it's very complex to put into practice. Kakarot, since it's impossible for you and me to help Broly, for this it'll be better for Whis to train him, since he controls the ki completely, and it'd be better to help for Broly. Vegeta, that's an excellent idea. It'll be better to go to Beerus' planet. Goku, with the help of his teleportation, would arrive at the planet of Beerus alongside Broly and Vegeta, but when he arrived, he was able to observe the god of Universe 7. Well, if you're Vermouth, how have you been all this time? Vermouth, annoyed, launched himself against Goku, who was able to dodge a blow with difficulty, and instantly he would access the Super Saiyan Blue. What the hell's wrong with you? Why are you attacking me for no reason? Because it's your damn fault our universe was destroyed, so I plan to finish you and every being of your miserable species. That won't be possible because Beerus is on our side, and he won't allow it. I'm sorry, Vegeta, but Vermouth's right. You're the worst disgrace that could happen to Universe 7, so it'll be better to finish you off. Vegeta at that moment would be surprised, since he had not thought that Beerus was in the same way to betray them. At that moment, Vegeta would access the Super Saiyan Blue maximum power, with which he would begin to exchange blows with Beerus, being completely in vain because his power was far below the power of Beerus. At the moment, Beerus, without trusting or anything, would leave Vegeta. Broly, realizing that all this happened because they wanted to help him, would begin to increase his power to the maximum, making the whole planet shudder. Beerus. Meanwhile, Goku and Vermouth would continue exchanging blows, which Goku was losing every moment, since the power of the god Vermouth was incredible. Damn, the power of this god's incredible! I'm not able to do anything against him! At that moment, he was able to observe how Broly, with his legendary power, was able to face Beerus, and at that moment Goku would not be left behind. I'll activate the Kaioken again! At that moment, Goku would activate his Kaioken, increasing to 20 times, beginning to have a much more even battle, being able to overcome him for some battles of the moment. At that moment, a great explosion would be created by all the planet of Beerus, and in that same way, Beerus would fall to the ground very badly wounded. However, at that precise moment, Beerus would begin to increase his power to the maximum, making everything around him shake, and also creating hundreds of catastrophes throughout the Universe 7. From a great explosion of Hawkeye energy, Beerus had appeared with his new form of combat. For a simple Saiyan, you have an incredible power. You made me use 100% of all my power. Broly in the same way had thrown himself against Beerus, however, it was his worst mistake, since at that moment Beerus had thrown a great sphere of energy, which had reduced him to simple atoms. At that moment that Goku and Vegeta observed this, their body was invaded by an incredible terror. That is, they realized that both gods really wanted to finish with them. Goku at that moment would give a great blow to Vermouth, which made him fall strongly. And at that moment, with his maximum speed, he would take Vegeta and would return to planet Earth in terrible condition. Feeling that he had Gohan's ki, at that moment of arrival, Gohan had been surprised, since his father together with Lord Vegeta were in terrible conditions. Gohan would quickly transmit them a little of his ki so that they could recover. At that moment, Goku was able to recover a little, being able to explain everything to him that had happened. Nevertheless, at that precise moment, the gods had arrived in front of them. You're Goku. We're not gonna allow you to escape. We'll finish you one way or another today. Kakarot, go on! Run away from this place. I'll give my life for you. Apparently these gods don't want Kakarot to live. Especially that must be for something. At that moment, Vegeta would raise his power to the maximum, and had launched himself against both gods with the intention of distracting them for a short period of time. At that same moment, Goku with his teleportation would leave to the temple of Kami-sama. Along with Gohan, both gods had finished with the life of the Saiyan Vegeta in a few moments. When they tried to perceive the ki of the Saiyan, it was impossible for them to do so. Hey, Whis! Quickly locate Goku, he can't be far away. Whis at that moment would begin a search for Goku throughout the Universe 7 without any success. That's right, Goku was not in any of the 12 universes, which would leave a little surprise to all the deities. I don't know what happened, but wherever you are, we'll find you, you miserable bug. If that Saiyan has the power to travel between dimensions, it'd be better to seal all this temporary space. At that moment, Whis together with his sister Margarita began to seal all that space of Universe 7, being sealed in a divine artifact so that no being would be able to enter or leave that dimension whole. Only a being which exceeds his power, or has the divinity of a god or an angel. Meanwhile, in the Room of Time, Goku is furious to know that his great friend Vegeta had sacrificed himself so that they have the perfect opportunity to escape. Damn you! I swear on my life that I'll kill you. I don't care who is behind all this. I'll tear him to pieces with my fists. Father, I'm with you. Together, we'll do it. I promise you that we'll avenge the death of Mr. Vegeta. Meanwhile, outside the time room, all the Z Warriors had found out about everything that had happened, and were very surprised to learn that their god had been betraying Son Goku, and that even thanks to him, they were able to win the Tournament of Power. What can we do for Goku and Gohan is to ask that they have eternal youth, so that they will not be affected by time. We also can ask for my dad and Mr. Broly. At that moment, the Saiyan Vegeta would communicate with all of them for the other world. No, don't revive me. Because if you do, Beerus will feel my power, and this time if he uses the Haki to end my life, only the Great Dragon Zama will be able to bring me back to life. Broly and I will trade in this world. Take care of Kakarot. I understand, Vegeta. Take care of yourself. and become much more powerful so that you'll be able to end the life of that miserable cat. Boom, at that moment, she would summon Shenlong, appearing in the Capsule Corporation.
Tell me, what is your wish?
I wish you to give eternal youth to Goku and Gohan. We're locked in the Room of Time.
That is very easy wish to fulfill.
At that moment, Shenlong had fulfilled the wish that Bulma had made.
Now, tell me, what is your second wish?
I wish for you to give them enough knowledge to break all their limits as Saiyans.
That wish is a bit complex, so it will be worth it for the remaining 2 wishes.
Shenlong had fulfilled Bulma's wish, and all the Dragon Spheres had been scattered all over the planet Earth. At that moment, Piccolo would communicate with Goku and Gohan telepathically. Goku, Gohan, we've asked you that you possess eternal youth, and that you have enough knowledge to break your limits. It's the only thing we could do from here. Thank you very much, friends, for worrying about us. I promise you that we'll get out of this place, and we'll finish with every being that opposes us. Father, if we want to get out of this place as fast as possible, we'd better start now. You're right, Gohan. Beerus and Vermouth, you'll be the main beings for this time. I'll break my limits as a Saiyan. Goku and Gohan began to train in a very intense way, since both of them were giving each other excellent blows. Meanwhile, in the Kingdom of Everything, Daishinkan was very thoughtful.
I have a bad feeling. Something very bad is about to happen in all the universes, and it doesn't matter if we're the most powerful beings. This will be even stronger than all of us.
Daishinkan-sama was very thoughtful. That's right, something was not right, and the Great Priest knew it. So he decided to observe all the 12 universes, not finding any problem.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe even all the gods have the necessary power to finish with any being.
Meanwhile, returning to Universe 7, Beerus together with Vermouth would organize a meeting between all the gods. That is, they wanted to inform their action to all the other gods, who were completely satisfied with the exception of one, that is, the twin brother of Beerus, that is Champa. Beerus and all the others. I don't know, but I feel that we made a big mistake, because thanks to them, we've been able to come back to life. No, it's because of that miserable Saiyan that the Tournament of Power was organized, because if that simple mortal hadn't asked Zeno-sama, none of this would have happened.
Don't you agree with our destination, Champa?
Champa at that moment would not give any comment on the matter. However, in the distance of the whole Universe 7, an extremely powerful being had escaped from the Galactic Patrol. That's right, Moro, the Devourer of Worlds, have been freed, and would begin to feed on the vital energy of hundreds of planets.
Finally, I have been freed. After so long now, yes, my revenge against all the divine world will begin. First, I have to inform me of everything that has been happening.
Moro, with his great mental power, would begin to fill himself with information of all the 12 universes, even realizing the betrayal of 2 of the most powerful Saiyans of all the universes.
Ha 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 ha! This is perfect. From what I could observe, the power of this son Goku is capable of even surpassing the gods. But being sealed in that place, he will not be able to interfere. Moro at that moment would move around all of the other universes, using the minimum key possible so that he wouldn't be discovered by any of the other gods of destruction. Meanwhile, inside the time room, Goku and Gohan would be training very hard with the intention of increasing their battle levels much more, to be able to leave that place. That's right, after 3 years in that place, Goku had been able to master the Ultra Instinct and even take it to his base state. Gohan, you have to master the Ultra Instinct as well. With this power, no god will be able to catch you off guard. Father, it's easy to say, but it's very complicated to do it, even for you. Goku and Gohan at that moment began to exchange blows at a high speed, in which Goku would throw a very powerful attack towards Gohan, which was not able to dodge it, being very badly injured. However, at that moment, the hidden power of Gohan had awakened. That is, Gohan at that precise moment would begin to expel an impressive divine ki, which would even make Goku go back a few meters. What's wrong? The power that Gohan gives off is incredible, but that's not the Ultra Instinct. Gohan's body would continue to expel a great power, which would leave Goku surprised. At the moment, a great explosion would be created all over the place, leaving very surprised Goku, who was not prepared for that brutal explosion. From all the fire of the explosion, could be seen Gohan in his new transformation called the Beast Mode.
What do you think of this new power, Father? I don't know if it's at the level of your Ultra Instinct, but I'm sure you won't knock me out easily. How about we give it a try? Goku and Gohan at that instant, at a great speed, began to move through all the corners of the room of time, and even exchanged blows at a high speed, which would leave very surprised Goku, as Gohan was able to dodge 95% of all his blows. At the time, Goku would charge a blow with a great part of his power. Nevertheless, he was astonished when he realized that Gohan had stopped him with one of his hands. In spite of that, it was costing him too much since he had used a great part of all his power to be able to support such a bestial power. What do you think, Father? Don't forget that I'm a prodigy. Maybe I'll be able to achieve the Ultra Instinct. But in this transformation, all my senses have been sharpened to an incredible way. Gohan, you have an incredible power. You better take that power to the limit. You're right, Father, but from now on I'll start training on my own because, as far as I can tell, your Ultra Instinct depends on calm and tranquility, unlike my Beast Mode, which depends on anger and my emotions. I didn't understand anything you said, but let's do it! After some time, let's check how powerful we've become. Goku and Gohan would leave to train in different places. Meanwhile, outside the dimension, more specifically in the Capsulta Corporation, Bulma was thinking of a way to get Goku and Gohan out of that place. Damn! I don't know how to help Goku! However, at that moment, Vegeta's voice would once again resound in her mind.
Bulma, don't worry, as I can see the power of both insects is increasing in an incredible way. They'll make it out on their own.
Alright, Vegeta, I'll trust you. Meanwhile, with Vegeta, he was training in the other world with all the other warriors of the universes, and he also meditated in his free time to be able to break all his limits, which he was achieving, since all his energy veins began to become much more resistant to a great load of energy.
Vegeta, there's a power beyond the Super Saiyan Blue. You could say that in this state of God of Destruction, a power similar to the one used by Toppo in the Tournament of Power. How can I get that power? What should I do?
In the Palace of the Chaos Supreme, there is some essence of destructive energy. If you're able to control it, you'll be able to acquire the form of a god of destruction.
It sounds like something very easy to do. I doubt it's so. What's wrong with that method?
If you don't have enough resistance, you'll be completely eliminated. It is the energy of a god. You will not be part of nothing. That is to say, neither of hell or of paradise. It'll be as if you never existed.
It's a risk I want to take. I'll overcome my powers anyway.
Okay, but train for one more week. But train mentally, because in this power you also need peace of mind, and then focus on the absolute destruction. Vegeta in all that week had meditated, and with the intention that his body was able to withstand all the energy that is about to enter his body. As the week passed quickly, Vegeta was facing a great power of purple color, similar to the Hakis of Beerus. Are you ready, Vegeta? After touching that energy, there's no turning back. Vegeta at that moment would enter into all the energy of massive destruction, wrapping his whole body into a purple aura. Loud screams resound, however. At that precise moment, the cry of the Prince of the Saiyans would echo through the place.
I'll not die before a simple energy! I'm the great Vegeta!
At that moment, all the energy would enter the body of Vegeta, which began to increase his power in an incredible way, even making everything around him rumble. He has done it! He's done it! Vegeta kept increasing his power of destruction to the maximum. Even a gigantic purple aura would be created all over the place, and from the middle of that aura, you could see the Prince of the Saiyans in his maximum power. That's right, Vegeta had been able to dominate the Ultra Ego, or also known as the state of God of Destruction.
This power is incredible, but I have to control it completely. My body hurts.
Vegeta's energy veins were about to burst. Even his whole sea of energy was unstable because of all that overwhelming power that had entered his body, since it was the energy of destruction, and if he had not controlled it, it was his only option would be to die. Vegeta at that moment would fall to the ground with many wounds all over his body, but the most shocking thing was how his energy veins had been able to withstand all the power of destruction. Beerus-sama is the maximum authority of all this universe, but it's been the worst decision he has made in betraying Goku and ending Vegeta's life. Meanwhile, on one of the other planets, Moro had been able to gather enough power to once again move towards the Galactic Patrol.
This power will be enough. I have to absorb the power of Beerus. The power of an angel will be of great use in the fall of the Divine River.
Moro, at a great speed, had headed towards the Galactic headquarters, where at the moment of arrival, hundreds of soldiers would surround him. But Moro had been able to end his life without difficulty, and in the same way he'd been able to absorb each of his powers.
Beerus, show your face. I want to fight with you since you know that no one from the Galactic Headquarters will be able to face me.
At that moment, Beerus would stand in front of Moro.
After all this time, you've returned. Now you'll not only be sealed, I'll finish with your pathetic life, since you finished with the life of millions of planets, and I cannot allow that.
Beerus at that moment would make a move at an impressive speed. However, he was astonished when he realized that Moro at that moment would release an incredible pressure which made him fall to the ground on his knees.
I no longer have the necessary power to face me. I wouldn't have come to this place if I didn't know that I'm capable of ending the life of an angel. You're a damn monster! And why did you come to this place? You know how I was known, and I want to devour all your power to be able to finish with all the divine kingdom, Daishinkan, and the useless king of everything.
Beerus at that moment would begin to collect all his energy with the intention of exploding so that Moro would not be able to keep his power. But it was too late. In that instant, hundreds of shadows would envelop the whole body of Beerus, absorbing him completely. Instantly, a great power was felt by all the 12 universes, even reaching the planet of Zeno-sama.
What is this power? And why has the vitality of one of my sons disappeared? Does anyone have the power to end the life of an angel?
At that moment, one of Zeno-sama's guards would stand by Daishinkan's side.
Daishinkan, go and investigate everything that has happened. That roar from before does not give me a good vibe. I feel that something very serious is about to happen.
Daishinkan at that moment would go to Universe 7 with the intention of finding some clue about everything that had happened, being Ivano, since Moro had finished with each being not to be discovered. At the moment, Daishinkan would use his staff to observe everything that had happened. But in that place, a great barrier of darkness did not allow it. Meanwhile, in the Room of Time, everything had passed 2 years more, in which both Saiyans had increased their power in an amazing way. Being so much, even Goku had been able to take his Ultra Instinct to a higher level. That is, Goku had not achieved any transformation, but his Ultra Instinct. This time was compared to the power of an angel, while Gohan's power had exploded in a great way. That is, Gohan was able to defeat an angel as long as he attacks him when his guard is down. At the moment, a whole path of ice would be formed in by the place, implying that even his aura was able to freeze everything around him.
Father, long time no see, but how have you been able to increase your power in an amazing way? Would you like to have a fight? I can say also that you've increased your power. Of course I want to fight against you. Let's see who's stronger.
At that moment, both Saiyans would begin to increase their power to the maximum. While Goku did it, a galaxy was formed over him, demonstrating the incredible power he had achieved. While Gohan, at the time of increasing his power to the maximum, caused havoc on all the celestial bodies that Goku had formed. In that moment, both were launching one against the other.
Goku and Gohan at that moment would move at a great speed, one against the other. That's right, since they had to test their powers to the maximum. Meanwhile, in the 12 universes, a powerful being was being filled with an incredible power of energy, with which it was so much that it even made the great Daishinkan-sama shudder. The power that is felt is an immense power. It comes from Universe 7. Daishinkan, being the father of all angels, at a great speed would go to investigate such an anomaly, but at that moment of arriving, he would not find anything. That's right, he only felt the whole space a little heavy and dense due to a great negative energy. Daishinkan in that instant would stretch out one of his hands and form 4 attacks that, when united in one, a great explosion would be created all over the place. That's right, his power had been so much that the whole universe seemed to have returned to normality. However, in a space-time gap was Moro.
Well, the power of Daishinkan's amazing, but he won't be able to do anything against me when I get the power of each one of his gods and angels.
Meanwhile, in the time room, Goku and Gohan were having a very even battle. However, the power was both giving off was incredible, so much so that even the same was cracking. Goku, despite hitting the Ultra Instinct, did not need to think to attack, was not able to connect effective blows to Gohan, which had an impressive reaction speed. At that moment, Goku, much more determined, would use much more power. That is, at that moment, Goku would pass to Super Saiyan 3, which would leave Gohan a little surprised. However, this time, when their fists collided, the difference in power was overwhelming, since Gohan had been sent flying with hundreds of wounds.
You have great power, but I'm still much more powerful.
Well, Father, your power is incredible, but I will still be able to surpass you.
At that moment, Goku and Gohan would return to their base states, but when Goku tried to return to his base state, it was impossible. That's right, Goku had transcended to what goes beyond a god, so his base state this time was the Ultra Instinct.
Well,
Apparently my power has reached a new power, so I'm able to not be able to return to my base state. That means that we'll be able to increase our power much more. Otherwise, we won't be able to do this.
All the while this was happening, a powerful god was watching them. The power of those two Saiyans is an impressive power. They have great potential to awaken their killer instinct, slaughter god instinct, and supreme authority instinct.
At that moment, Goku and Gohan would decide to increase their power to the maximum, to be able to leave once and for all of this dimension. That's right, at this moment, the whole dimension would begin to tremble due to such a roar. At the moment, an incredible explosion would destroy all the barriers that the angels had put, and likewise the space-time loop and all the Earth of Universe 7 would be destroyed. That's right, Goku and Gohan were able to leave that place after hundreds of years, but great was their surprise to not observe the planet Earth. Flashback. Beerus and Vermouth, knowing that they were not able to feel the ki of both Saiyans, had decided to destroy all the Milky Way. That's right, and with all the gods, had created hundreds of destructive energies, destroying everything in its path. But both being in a different dimension, nothing would happen to them. Instantly, both angry Saiyans perceived the ki of Beerus. So at that moment, and flashback, Goku with the teleportation would arrive in front of both deities, which at that moment would be surprised to observe them.
But if it's Goku and Gohan, where the hell have they been all this time? You don't care about that, you damn cat. The only thing you know is that you'll die in this very place.
At that moment, Beerus would become enraged, but was not able to dodge a great blow from Goku, which would send him flying. Instantly, Whis would interpose himself with the intention of getting into the battle, but when Goku and Whis were exchanging blows, Gohan in the same way would begin to exchange blows with Beerus, which despite having trained a little, was not enough to end Gohan's life. That's right, Gohan was only using 30% of his beast mode. Instantly, an incredible power from Whis would be felt through the Universe 7, even calling to the attention of Daishoken-sama.
That is the power of Son Whis. What is happening to you? Likewise, an unbelievable power is released from that universe.
Daishoken, with the help of a portal, would quickly appear in Universe 7, which, at the moment, would drop an incredible pressure on everyone, so much so that even Goku felt his whole body getting heavy.
What the hell? Why is my body so heavy?
At that moment, he would observe Daishoken. Goku, without trusting, would pass to the Ultra Instinct Phase 3, raising his power to the maximum, which would leave very surprised all those present. Instantly, Goku would throw himself against Daishoken, but his power was still far away compared to the Great Priest. Meanwhile, with Azazel, he was observing everything that was happening in the battle, given to understand that he was not going to lose two great warriors. At that moment, with a great negative power, he was able to cover Goku and Gohan, who, without understanding anything, would be teleported.
What happened? As far as I could tell, neither of the two beings had activated the teleportation technique.
Daishoken would cure Beerus, who was the most injured. Whis only had a few wounds, but nothing serious. Instantly, Beerus would begin to raise his power to the maximum, being furious, but Daishoken would be able to calm him down since all that power was capable of destroying everything around him.
Beerus and Whis, like all the gods, will have to train to increase their powers, otherwise they'll die. Currently not the only power of Son Goku's dangerous, since other greater power is approaching.
Beerus and Whis would be very surprised by the words of Daishoken-sama. What is this great danger, father? If Lord Goku's power was already incredible, only you would be able to defeat him.
I have no idea, Whis, but a power even greater than Goku's power is approaching.
Daishoken in that instant would return to the realm of the whole, while both deities would begin to talk about what happened. Meanwhile, in a very different place from the 12 universes, Goku and Gohan would arrive, where even their bodies weighed more than before. That's right, the pressure that was felt all over the place was incredible. So much that Goku and Gohan, it was hard to stand up.
What is this place? My body's heavy and it hurts a lot.
Saiyans, I've been watching you, and you've caught my attention too much, so I have a proposal to make to you.
Before you talk to us, stop releasing that pressure. We can't even move.
I'm very sorry, but this is my lowest pressure, and I'm not able to decrease it anymore.
Goku and Gohan were very surprised by the words of that guy.
You have the potential to reach king-level power.
King level? What's that?
It's the power beyond all existence of the 12 universes. I'll personally train you, and when you're ready, you'll be sent to the Abyss Massacre.
What is the Abyss Massacre? Does it sound like something I want to go to?
The slaughtering abyss will be the place from which you'll emerge as a true powerhouse. I don't even care who you are, but I accept. I want to finish off every divine being. Now I realize that even Zeno-sama and Daishinken will turn against us. In that case, let's not waste any more time. Let's start once and for all. Instantly, a replica of Goku would appear, but something to differentiate was that all the ki he was releasing was pure evil. You have been able to defeat that replica, but don't be confident, since I have given him a small part of all my power. At that moment, Goku and Gohan, with extreme difficulty, had rushed against that copy. To their surprise, he had dodged all his blows, seemed to have done it in an extremely easy way. Instantly, a great explosion would be created all over the place, and both Saiyans would be sent flying to different places. Without wasting time, the warrior had given him a shrapnel of blows from Gohan, who would fall to the ground and would be out of combat.
This guy's powerful, but much more powerful. I won't let you make fun of me. What do you think of this?
Goku at that moment would take his body to the limit, which he would even attract Azael's attention. The power of that Saiyan's incredible, but he won't be able to defeat him. At that moment, Goku and his copy would exchange blows. Goku would be sent flying and very badly wounded. He would stand up.
I never thought of using this power with a being other than Daishinken, but I realize that if I don't do it, I'll die in a simple training session.
Goku's power would begin to increase in an incredible way, being so much his power that even in this occasion, his copy would access in the same way to the Super Saiyan. His hair was of a red color. Goku's power would continue increasing, forming in hundreds of catastrophes by all that place. Instantly, of a gigantic explosion, one could observe Goku, which his fur had changed to a purple color.
This is the power beyond a supreme angel. I hope you're prepared.
Goku at that moment had launched himself against his copy, with which, on this occasion, he would have a very even battle. But the wear of energy of Goku was taking him to the limit. That is, all his organs, including his heart, was suffering from incredible damage. At that moment, Goku received an incredible blow, which had sent him to the ground and he would fall completely untransformed. That is, after hundreds of years, Goku had returned to his base state. This is better than imagined. With that power, those Saiyans have become authentic king-level gods. Meanwhile, in the planets of all the multiverses, Moro's power would begin to absorb all the vital energy of each one of them, so his power was increasing in an incredible way. But it was not something that the gods, angels, or even the high priest would notice, because the portions of energy stolen were minimal. But being from all the universes, his power increased in an amazing way.
Each power is impressive. I'll be able to dominate it, and I will begin to absorb the power of each god.
Instantly, Moro's whole body seemed to be covered in an egg, so he was mastering all the power. Meanwhile, with each god of destruction, everyone was training in their respective universes, especially Beerus and Vermouth, who had already acknowledged of the incredible power of Son Goku. Whis, we must increase our powers. This is serious. Son Goku's power has completely crushed us.
That's right, Mr. Beerus. Well, I will even undergo rigorous training.
Both deities at that moment began to train in the same way. Meanwhile, returning to Goku and Gohan, both in all this time, were obtaining an incredible power. And Gohan had reached the same transformation as Goku, both defeating that guy.
This is excellent.
With the power they have now, the mobility they have on the planet, it's time to do it.
Is it really time, Azael?
That's right. You reached your full king state, even since I only reached 70% of it. Instantly, Azael would form his aura, from which death would be formed. 100% king mode, it is said, forms death itself, with purgatory, and likewise grants you an amazing power. At that moment, a portal would be created through the body of Goku, and Gohan would enter, and at that moment of doing so, they found an apocalyptic environment.
We're ready, Gohan. That's right, Father. Let's unleash our power.
At the moment, Goku and Gohan release a great part of all their power, so as not to be caught off guard.
Goku and Gohan had been sent to a creepy place. The moment they arrived, they felt like an incredible pressure would invade each of their bodies. That's right, the pressure in that place was for king-level beings. However, Goku and Gohan, despite feeling much heavier than before, were able to move without any difficulty.
Gohan, we've become very powerful. we're able to withstand all the pressure of this damn place. That's right, Father. This is incredible. We'd better raise our powers a little more. This is how Goku and Gohan began to raise their power. While they trained in that mysterious place, meanwhile in the Kingdom of Everything, Daishinkan was very confused for everything that was happening, sending to call the deities to Universe 7.
Whis, Beerus, I need your presence at this very moment.
Quickly, both deities would come to the call of the Great Priest.
Great Daishinkan-sama, tell us, what's offered to you? Beerus, I understand that you together with Belmau betray the Saiyans of Universe 7.
Beerus at that moment would panic, realizing that the Great Priest knew everything that happened.
Great Daishinkan-sama, those damn monkeys are a threat to everything built by the great Zeno-sama. Don't worry, Beerus. If you didn't do it, I was going to kill those pathetic monkeys myself. But I want to know if you really killed them.
I understand, Daishinkan-sama. With the Saiyan Vegeta and Broly, we finished. But with Son Goku and his son, we weren't able to find them. So we destroyed the whole planet Earth.
I understand. But there is something that I don't like at all. And I don't know what it is exactly, but I want you to solve it. Ask for my help in the worst case scenario.
I understand, Daishinkan-sama. With your permission. That moment, Beerus together with Whis would leave quickly by all the Universe 7, beginning to look for Son Goku again. Nevertheless, it would be impossible to find him since the dimension in which they were dimensions in which an authentic king of everything was able to enter. Not simple gods as they were. However, the time in that place passed in a very different way, since in a matter of days in the outside world in that dimension had already passed approximately 200 years, in which the powers of Goku and Gohan had shot up in an incredible way. Gohan, it looks like it's time to get out of this miserable place. That's right, Father. We can finally get out and take revenge on all those damn worms. At that moment, Goku and Gohan expelled all their power. Since they had even mastered and acquired all the necessary Master Essence, Goku and Gohan had returned to the place where Azael was, who was very surprised to realize the short period it had taken them to get out of that place.
How are you able to get out of that place in such a short time?
Thank you very much, Azael, for all your knowledge, but right now we're going to end the lives of those bastards.
Because of the trust you have in each other, I'm sure you'll be able to do it. I trust you. I've taught you everything I know.
At that moment, a great portal would be created which had transported them to the 12 universes. At the moment of arriving to the 12 universes, Goku and Gohan would begin to elevate their power in an incredible way, causing havoc for all the universes. So much was their power that even the Great Priest had felt it.
This is bad. Divine protection.
Daishinkan would throw a great technique towards the palace of the great Zeno-sama so that no power would be able to enter that place and would not perceive all the destruction of the universes.
So this was my bad feeling. Let's see how Belmau and Beerus solve this, because the power of those Saiyans is compared to the level of a guardian angel.
All the gods quickly gathered where they had felt all that big roar when they arrived. The most surprised were Beerus and Belmau.
This can't be happening. You guys should have died.
Beerus, you don't know how much I've waited for this moment. Now we'll finish with everything being in the divine world. Belmau would throw himself against Goku, being furious. However, Goku was able to stop his blow with only one of his hands. At the moment of the blow, he had sent him flying to a planet which would be able to rubble due to the power of the Saiyan. No god or angel will have a chance against us, since our power has risen in an incredible way, and nothing and no one will be able to face us. Prepare yourselves, simple gods. All the gods had thrown themselves against Gohan. However, the guardian angels were surprised to realize how Gohan, with a simple movement, had been able to end the lives of 10 of the gods without the slightest effort. The gods were always great warriors, but they always trusted their power. They didn't think that a trained Saiyan would be able to defeat them, and now they'll be eliminated by the race they despise so much. Belmau would recover from the blow, throwing himself against Goku. The attack would be joined by Beerus. However, at that moment, the voice of Daishinkan would resound through the multiverse.
Angels, you have full authorization to end the lives of both Saiyans, because if you leave them alive, they'll be able to end everything in existence.
So even the Daishinkan has turned her back on us. We don't care if we die in this battle. We'll take each one of you damn bastards. Goku at that moment, with great aggressiveness, was able to end the lives of both gods, embedding his hands in their hearts and ripping them out without any mercy. The angels who want to die come to attack me will be turned into simple dust.
However, being a direct order from Daishoken-sama, all the angels had thrown themselves against Goku and Gohan, who seemed to have little difficulty in facing all 12 angels at once. At the moment, Goku, with a great blow, would be able to send an angel to fly to a planet, destroying it by the power of the blow. At the moment, he would throw an incredible attack, reducing it to simple atoms. The other angels were much more annoyed, rushed against Goku, who was not able to do anything, because 4 angels were facing Gohan, while Goku was facing 7 of them. Goku would fall to the surface of a planet very badly wounded, spitting large amounts of blood. At that moment, an incredible attack would be thrown towards Goku.
Your fists have been powerful, but they don't have enough power to finish me off. You're mere garbage compared to my true power.
Goku would respond to the attack in the same way, starting an incredible clash of energies. After a few seconds, Goku would take a great advantage by increasing his power. All the angels with a great speed were able to dodge the attack. However, Goku, with an even greater speed, was able to cause great damage and even killing 3 of them.
Sir Goku, all of this can be solved. We angels had nothing to do with your betrayal. It's a simple misunderstanding. Whis, you being my master, even you turned your back on me. I never understood why you betrayed us. I always looked for the welfare of the 12 universes.
Gohan at that moment had charged a powerful attack in the tip of his fingers, with which he was able to finish with the 4 angels, who had responded with a great power. But the attack of Gohan was a megaversal scale. Daishoken, who was watching everything that happened, would be filled with an incredible anger.
Damn good-for-nothing angels. They're not capable of taking down a few simple Saiyans. At this moment, I'll personally teach them how to fight properly.
Daishoken would arrive at the battlefield in a matter of seconds, being able to stop a large attack that was heading towards the last remaining angels.
It's a shame that angels like you have been defeated by 2 mere mortals. I'll talk to you very seriously when I'm done with these insects.
Gohan would approach at an incredible speed towards Daishoken, which without any difficulty was able to connect a powerful blow which Gohan was not able to observe clearly.
What the hell? I understood that the High Priest was a powerful warrior, but I didn't think his power was that much. I almost didn't notice until he hit me. Apparently that Whis told me out to be true. You are one of the 5 most powerful warriors of all the universes. Now let's see if you're able to face me.
No matter how much power you have, you're not capable of facing a Guardian King.
Daishoken, without finishing speaking, would be sent flying with a great blow, falling to a planet and being dragged all over the place.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you had your guard up. That's why I attacked you.
Daishoken, furious, would begin to raise his power in an incredible way, which made everything around him rubble. Even chaos in all corners of the universe were felt. After a big explosion could be seen Daishoken with his maximum power. At the time, Daishoken, at a great speed, was about to end the life and finish with the life of Gohan. However, an incredible pressure in the same way had made him very slow. It was not powerful enough to make him fall to his knees, but it was enough to diminish in great part his speed. Goku at a great speed put his son to safety.
This time it'll be an honor to finish with one of the 5 most powerful beings of all the universes. Show me what you have, damn priest.
Goku in that instant would begin to exchange thousands of blows with Daishoken, which moved through all 12 universes. No angel was able to keep up with the battle, but the pressure of both warriors cut their breath.
For the first time, I don't know if my father would be able to defeat Lord Goku. The power he possesses is incredible.
At that moment, we could see how Goku was sent flying from an incredible blow, which had left him very badly wounded.
Damn Saiyan, you have incredible power, but I don't know what kind of training you've received, or who was your teacher, but the power you possess is incredible, but you still lack the power to defeat a guardian angel like me.
Your blows have hurt me too much, but they have no comparison with the power of your stupid sons. But how about this?
Goku at that moment began to release an incredible power. So much was the power he was releasing that even Daishoken on this occasion felt a great fear, since Goku's power was surpassing his power by several times.
Increased 2 times, not 4 times. No, what the hell? How much is surpassing my power?
At that moment, a big explosion could be seen all over the place. That's right, Goku had accessed the Super Saiyan Phase 3, combining it with Ultra Instinct.
All this power has been designed to finish with every defined being in this multiverse, so I hope you're prepared.
Goku's power had been so great that even the barrier covering the entire realm had been completely destroyed, being able to Zeno-sama and both of the Guardians feel all that overwhelming power.
Whose power is this? It seems to destroy all 12 universes with its mere presence.
I don't know, my lord, but it'll be better to go to that place, since it seems that Daishinkan is facing this powerful warrior.
Both Guardians, together with the King of Everything, went at maximum speed towards the Great Battle, being astonished when observing Goku fighting with the Great Priest. At the moment, Zeno-sama would release a much more overwhelming pressure, being able to restrict both warriors. What's going on in this place? This shouldn't be happening. Daishinkan, give me an explanation. Daishinkan would explain everything that had happened, to which Zeno-sama was furious. That's angered me too much, but I can't take any action since I'm a neutral being. But in case Goku wins, he'll be able to revive his entire family.
But my lord, that's a lousy idea.
Don't worry, Daishinkan. Since you won't be in this place, this battle will be life or death. So the only way this conflict will end is that one of the two of you must die. Thank you very much, Senzi. I always trusted you. Now I'll end the life of this wretch. Goku and Daishinkan at that moment began to exchange blows at high speeds, which were not able to be perceived by others. However, Goku, realizing that his power was decreasing with the passage of the battle, decided to finish with the Daishinkan in a single blow. Damn priest, you turned out to be a very powerful warrior, but I don't think you'll be able to withstand my last blow. God Dragon Destroyer's hit! An incredible white dragon would be directed towards Daishinkan, which, to be a few meters, would use all its power to be able to repel it, realizing that to support it would be able to kill Son Goku because its power decreased drastically. At the time of throwing such a mortifying attack, however, the incredible power crescendo was able to raise Daishinkan, turning him into simple dust of the universe. Goku would fall out of combat, being held by Zeno-sama. From today, whoever attempts to end the life of my friend will have to abide by the consequences. At the moment, all the angels had gone to the Kingdom of Everything for new orders. After a while, Goku had recovered completely, having a gigantic power, and in the same way, with its Super Dragon Balls, would revive all the beings killed by Beerus and Bellmound. At the moment, Vegeta would rush towards Goku.
Kakarot, I want to test your new power. How do you say we have a battle?
I think that's perfect, Vegeta. Goku would access the Ultra Instinct, while Vegeta would access the Ultra Ego Maximum Power, leaving Goku very surprised due to the great increase that Vegeta had had. At that moment, both launched into the attack.
What will happen next? Find out in the next chapter. Well guys, this is all for today's chapter. I hope you liked it and it was to your liking. Now don't forget to leave your powerful like Supreme God level, comment and subscribe. Now without further ado, see you in a new video. Until next time.